Good evening, boys and girls. We're back again, North and South. It is a North and South line battle, and our community is here, ready to fight. So, as you can see, we have on the Union side, 79 versus 89. That's not too bad numbers. We have the 1st New York, the 6th Wisconsin, the 18 VA, that will be Virginia. 6th Wisconsin, obviously, in there as well. The 2nd Connecticut. There's Michigan, there's New York. And Indiana, I do believe that is. New York City. Oh, and Hinkle, obviously. Everyone's favourite target. And Indiana, of course. So you can see all of those guys in there. And for the Confederate State troops, we have the 15th North Carolina. We have 15th Alabama. The 19th CSA. And, of course, the Tennessee Brigade in there as well. And you can see Sergeant Pepper in there, Che in there from Tennessee, General Janik from Dixieland, of course. So many people in there. Anyway. So, let's get an idea of what's going on. Here, it looks to be the 1st New York Light Artillery. Moving in with their high explosive Parrots. Yes, these are the Parrot guns as used by the Union troops. You can see very much different. The darker metal on the cannon. So, let's see. As we are watching in reverse as he makes his way there. Okay, there we go. So, it looks like we've had a few disconnections. And the round is starting again. So, a bit unfortunate, but there we go. So, the round has restarted. And there was a few people who basically disconnected. So they decided to restart the round again. And a definite shout out to North Carolina, General Martin, who has asked for a shout out. We'll be sure to watch him in case anyone snuffs it. And of course a shout out to the fine state of Texas from Chinder. Deep in the heart of Texas. Anyway. Let's have a look. This appears to be the Union spawn. There is, of course, the 11th New York. This will be Wisconsin, Major Carolus, along with a very green-looking scout, North and South Hinkle, of course. Not choosing to be the president today, but looking very similar to the president. And we are looking at, from Virginia, Jasper, 2nd Lieutenant. And over on the far side, let's have a look. This could be the New York City, the New York Cavalry. Let's see. Oh, no, Michiganians. Oh. English Highlander. Richard Suther. Maggie Kun. Grizzly. And Invitational Cookie. Private Elmo, who enjoys a good tickle. And Billy from 2nd Connecticut. So there is the cavalry. For the Union side, you have obviously the high explosive ballistic Parrots on their way out from the spawn. So you can see them now moving up along with all the Union troops. There's a commander there. You can see. Colonel Phillip looking dapper as usual. Let's see. He is leading his line up to the far hill here. And let's see what happens now. Here looks to be Union encampment. Look at this, complete with plenty of ammo. So let's see. So here we go. The guys are getting themselves set up. Look at that view. Wow, isn't that fantastic? Now, you can see here, Union troops making their way in. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, there we go, making their way over. Lieutenant Colonel Lime from the 11th New York. So, as you can see, we're looking over to find if there are any Confederate State troops over on the left-hand side. Now, you've got this nice little building here. Let's see. Yeah, it is accessible, so it can be used as a defensive area. There's not a lot of cover around it, so I can hear firing. Let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on. Yep, there we go. We are hearing fire. Cannonballs flying over the top. There we go. Looks like we got Confederate state troops over by one of the fences as the cavalry is riding around next to them. Or could it be the Union troops? It might be the Union troops. Let's have a look. There you go. 2nd Connecticut and North Carolinians and a ginger man from Connecticut. So you can see here this guy determined not to leave. So there's Corporal Sev holding the fort, so to speak. Now, you can see over here, hiding behind the well-armed protective fences, you can see gentlemen from Alabama. There we go. They've jumped over the top and are now using this fence to protect themselves from the cavalry. And you've got yet more troops moving in as well. So let's see who these are. There we go. There's Major Reznov from the Confederate State Army. There we go. Fire going out as the two cavalries decide to engage each other. Look at that. Lovely stuff indeed. Looks like the two cavalries are having a little bit of a set too. Oh, there we go. Attempted to stab. Who's this man in the middle? Sergeant Major Grizzly. Oh, Grizzly gets absolutely butchered. And he's probably going to have his fur hanging on the wall somewhere. And in comes General Janik, flying over the top. As it looks like 2nd Connecticut Billy has just been taken down. Cowboy taking down Elmo. He's not laughing anymore. So let's see what's going on. As we can see, it looks like the Confederate State Cavalry is winning the overall battle. So, he's going in for a slice. Oh, just out of range. So, there's Cowboy, of course, piano player extraordinaire from North Carolina. And he seems to have lost his horse, but he's being held up by one of his teammates, which is great. And he can then remount and get back on the case. So here we go. Yeah, I think it's fair to say numbers were in the advantage of the Confederate State Cavalry today, which is unfortunate. Oh, lovely catch of the cannonball by Sergeant Jerry Lure. So, all good fun. Now, 14th Louisiana with, of course, the shiny bullet and cannonball catcher that is General Nitek. However, not in disguise. He is not a battle bush this evening. He is standardly attired, although he is rather shiny. So, anyway, as you can see, these guys here holding up in a standard arranged barn from the era. Very nice indeed, like this. Unfortunately, no way to get up to the 2nd level, which is a bit of a shame. That would have been a nice touch. And obviously these little classic designed barn there from the 1800s. Now, so Nitek is going out with these troops, led of course by Armistead from Louisiana. It's a film I've never seen. Really should watch that. So the 14th LA also moving out with Alabamans as well. Now, let's see what the Tennessee Brigade is up to. Holy crap. Let me guess. Is that Che? Yes, it is. Engineer extraordinaire Che building a defensive encampment that could hold an entire flipping army. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Now, this is the artillery fellows. So there we go. Tennesseans. There's Judas, of course. Cannoneer sniper of note. Waiting for his opportunity. And away it goes. Oh, listen to that noise. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful stuff. So, following the 6th Wisconsin as they make their way through some additional bushes. And North and South Hinkle has been assassinated. Poor North and South Hinkle. I don't know what it is about the devs in this mod, but they have this unbelievable ability to catch bullets. Usually with their forehead. It's a skill of which I am very admiring, I have to say. So, let's see. Oh, incoming. Oh, dear, that's looking nasty. There's the Connecticut under fire. As you've got General Janik in there as well. He's slicing people left, right, and centre. Let's watch General Janik as he's in there. Oh, very nearly caught out by a Union trooper. Oh, dear. This is not looking good. They're going after the Union. Oh, that's one of the Union artillery guys under fire. Oh, looks like they're trying to take a pot shot That's 2 seconds. Recruit 2 seconds from the New York Infantry. And obviously recruit Lennox in there trying to protect. And Eisen gets taken down by canister shot to the face. Lovely stuff indeed. As we're watching now the melee. The inevitable melee with General Janik slicing his way through the enemy. In fact, where is General Janik? Has he died already? Oh no, Colonel Devout is down. Oh dear, that looks very painful. So this is pretty much the Union artillery doing their best to defend themselves. Watch your back, recruit CJ. So, as they're trying to defend themselves as best they can. And it looks like more Confederate state troops. Oh, there we go. Looks like one of the Confederate state artillery... one of the Confederate state cavalry guys, apologies. That's Cato there. Cato! Ah. So you can see now the Union troops pretty much overwhelmed now that reinforcements from the Confederate States Army have been brought up. Look at that cavalry as well. Oh dear, that's just unlucky. And General Janik survived that, so that's good stuff. Now, let's check out 6 Union troopers left. Hello, Lenin. So we're watching Lenin doing his thing. Let's see what's going on. Ah, here are the final defenders around a great big huge plateaued rock. They are defending themselves as best they can, but I think it's fair to say they do not stand much chance of survival. Last man standing, he goes down, McConed, ironically. And that is the end of the first round, boys and girls. The end of the first round, and we move on to the next one. The New York City Cavalry, or the New York Cavalry, depending on how you want to read it. There we go. Fine young fellows moving out. Lieutenant Colonel Lai. I suppose his hair isn't more yellow, to be honest. 6th Wisconsin. And General Martin quoting Braveheart, which is about... Let's see. About, yeah, 500 years too late. So, never mind. Details. I do believe Braveheart was like 1300 at the time of Edward I, Longshanks. However, let us see. Now, cavalry fellows. Now, one thing that's interesting about these cavalry fellows is they cannot fire while on the move. Generally, I think that is the rule. And so, as a result, there's a little bit of contretemps going on there. Bsnot and Salt Pans having a little bit of a rifle battle. So these two guys are currently AFK. Let's make our way over. So these will be, of course, Wisconsin in their fine hats. And Colonel Phillip. So, here is the cavalry. Under the control of General Janik. That can only be, of course, Captain Genie. Nobody else on the battlefield has a face like that. A face only a mother could love. And probably not even very well. But anyway. Let's see how things are going as we wander around all the various troopers as they're making their way into the battle. You can see them just flicking around everybody, seeing what's going on, getting an idea. There are people with Nitek as well. Brigadier General Jordan, Skywalker, and of course, Mr. President. So, I don't think he ever wore bow ties like that, but never mind. Mere details, mere details. So, here we go. He's going to stand next to the artillery. Oh dear. So, you can see the fire has started. Let's see if we can lock in on the 6th Wisconsin. Find out what those fellows are up to. Is this them? No, I think that's Connecticut. There's Colonel Voodoo, of course, from Indiana. The 2nd Indiana looking very smart this evening. Tactical stab. Love the name. So there's Mr. Cowboy, of course. New York City. There, of course, is all the rest. And they're moving up to the Union Cannon area. Under the control of First Maine, Captain Wilhelm Mark and Gunner Kirkwood. So, there is Potter from the Tennessee Brigade. Where are they? There they are. Hello. Lieutenant Colonel Expel. Oh dear. So, Colonel Phillip. Gotta be careful about running while binocularizing. It's, you could end up crashing into a tree, or you could end up being all that kind of stuff. So, never mind. Anyway, so we've got Confederate State Troopers here, hiding behind this area. Now, you can see, obviously, fire coming in from a howitzer from the artillery of the Confederate State Army. Look at that, isn't that wonderful? So, you've obviously got all these guys forming a nice front line against the Union State Troopers, who you can see right in the centre of the screen. As we've now got... We're looking at Confederate State Cavalry making a run across the field, the open field. It's going to be dangerous, but they've got the speed to do it. And it looks like they might be possibly going for the Union artillery. It's difficult to say, but we'll have to find out what's going on. So let's fly over and see what's going on with the Union State. Oh, there we go. The protective tent has been built. All is survivable. And there is Colour Sergeant Hollow in there. So you can now see, it looks like... Oh, that was smart play there. There's only one guy left defending it, and it's Mr. President. Oh, dear. Watch out! Oh, dear. Mr. President's been ambushed. Mr. President has been ambushed, and he's on his horse, and he's trying to get away. Can he make it? Yes, he can. The attack on Mr. President is... Oh, no. Major I.K. Hopper has killed the president. Oh dear. Unfortunately, Hinkle got ambushed while trying to guard the artillery. Now, it's interesting to see that the artillery has now moved position, and it's coming under attack from Confederate State troops. So, you can see here also... the Union cavalry now moving in. Let's see. They're unfortunately lower on numbers, so they can't really compete at an equal level to those fellows, as they're chopping down a tent. And you can see there, Brigadier General Jordan from Louisiana and the 17th Michigan. So, unfortunately, you guys are trying to get my attention in chat, and I don't do text chat when I'm casting. So, one thing to remember, because I'm trying to focus on what's going on. And Nitek has snuffed it already, so it's now an official round. As, let's see. Okay. So here obviously is the artillery. This is where the parrots, the high explosive parrots, that's where they're being redirected to. Now, you've obviously got this collection over here. Who's this running in the opposite way? That's Jasper. And let's see. Nice spread out along the fence here. It is, of course, the Indianans. Colonel Voodoo in command. Along with Colonel Phillip from the 6th Wisconsin. Oh dear. Going to pick up one of his colleagues' rifles. In with the Springfield rifle. And it looks like one of the New York artillery guys has actually managed to capture a bullet with his face. Or a cannonball, I should say. Here is the location of the Confederate State artillery. So they're pretty close. And there we go. There's their gun. So you can see, obviously, all 14 in there. Crone. and their engineer of note. So there's their defensive area for when the cavalry attack, which is good planning ahead there. Herondale, engineer of choice for... That was a bit close, went right past his head, but never mind. So let's see if we can lock in and see where the battle is going on at the moment. Yeah, this looks to be it. It looks like the Union, this area here has been well and truly purged. As you can see, plenty of dead Union troopers, as there's a Lenin in there. Got to give appreciation to Lenin. Fantastic. So, there we go. More cannons coming in from Krone as well. Or Kronek H, I should say. So, let's see if we can focus in. There we go. Oh, holy crap, what was that? That looked to be shrapnel from one of the cannonballs. As now you can see over here, pretty much the entire Union artillery is now under attack. 2 of the guns have been wiped out. A couple of more high explosive parrots are being reloaded. And they're under attack from all directions. Oh, lovely kill onto Luran there. Waiting for the opportunity. Is he going to get to fire it? He goes for the fire, but he doesn't able to make it. As now they're overwhelmed by numbers of Confederate state troops. Watch out behind you. There we go. He's going in. Look at that. He's getting absolutely covered in bayonets. And Recruit Roberts is taken down. So, there you go. Have it. That is the end of the Union artillery. So, a tad unfortunate there. Now, as we follow Major Reznov from the 19th, making his way over. Now, bear in mind over here, Hinkle having a little dig at the 6th Wisconsin. Dear oh dear, a little bit of fun. Okay, so let's see. So here is Musician Potato, who looks somewhat potato-like as well, and has just been chipped and peeled. Never mind. Brigadier General Sarge from Connecticut, holding as not many things at the moment as his horse gets taken out. So he is now dehorsed as fire is coming in. Oh, heavens above! Big explosion, and now they're under attack from the Confederate State Cavalry as well. The Union troopers, let's see how many. There's 13 left alive. This is pretty much all of them. They're now coming under fire from all directions. Look at that. Oh dear, sword slices everywhere. Multiple people being taken down. Captain Lucas from North Carolina moving in with his 6-shooter as cannonballs bounce all over the place, and mortar explosions all over. So I think it's fair to say that the Union troops are pretty much dealt with, and Recruit Miner is the last man. So there you go, another win there for the Confederate States with 48 men remaining, and we're moving on to the next round. Okay, so we're back with the 3rd round. And we are watching the Union spawn as these fine fellows are making their way out. Oh, what's this? That looks to me like a North and South Hinkle. It is. So there's North and South Hinkle making his way out. And let's see. So everybody making their way out pretty much. Now, obviously, this is a new map. So let's see. Let's move up high. Okay. So let's get an idea of the map design. So there you go. There's the Union spawn. So you've got areas over there where there's cannon areas as well. And you've got a homestead with barns. Homestead won't be accessible. Barn area will. So you've got some cover in that area. You've got roads going down the centre, allowing for fast travel by horses. And And we'll move over and have a look at this large fenced off area, this fenced off place. As you can see, complete with trees and various crops. So that's a good area to kind of, a central area to attack, but you do have the possibility of being surrounded or being attacked from multiple directions. So we move it to this little dual homestead area, complete with, of course, corn crops, people to hide into, or hide in, I should say, along with an orchard nearby. And then you move over to what essentially is the Confederate area. So you've also got nice roads leading around the area, so there's plenty of places to hide. There's not a lot of cover, to be honest. You've got a lot of wide open areas, an area there and area there. So periods of places of cover, places like the rocks there, the trees here, these sort of homesteads, and the trees over on the other side as well, make for good areas to sit and wait for the enemy. So you can see the trouble is, obviously, with moving over open fields, you are susceptible. So what you tend to have is a few problems and a few casualties early on. Now, the reason for that is these guns are more accurate than, you know, you would see in Napoleonic Wars. So these guys can be susceptible to a long distance kill. So the old Springfields and, of course, the Lee Enfields, which are used by the Confederate States. British made, the second one, obviously. And let's see what's going on. Oh, look at that cannonball bouncing in. Oh, beautiful shot by Cronky there. Taking out a few members of the Indiana. And there, of course, is in Hinkle now. Obviously, for those of you who are not aware, that pistol that he's carrying... Oh, dear. He just had his horse nicked. So he's going to be getting in a line. That pistol, now it's not so much a cartridge pistol as it is a they're still using black powder mostly. So what you're going to see is essentially that little handle underneath the barrel is a lever, and so you put in the black powder, you put in the ball, and then you push the ball down into the chamber, and then you rotate the next one and you continue like that. So essentially, it means you can fire relatively quickly once the entire gun is loaded. However, you then have a period of reloading when you have to push each ball, repowder, and do all the rest of it. So they do eventually move to cartridges over the course of time. I'll find out some more details about that for you guys. But at this current moment, it's still pretty good. But the thing is, as a result, they ain't exactly what you call accurate. So here we go, Alabama moving in to attack. Oh dear, there we go. So there's the 6-shooter. So some of them might be different. I mean, that one I didn't see a lever underneath it. It might just be the ones that the Confederate State Army are using. We'll have to wait and see, or it might just be the Unions. So I'll check my information on that and I'll let you guys know. So we are now seeing 19th Indiana making their way back towards defensive positions. However, oh, Hinkle. Oh, Hinkle. Keep getting him. Go on. Oh, Hinkle is in danger of actually killing someone. Never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, stop saluting and shoot at people. So let's see what's going on. As the Confederate State troops are still continuing to circle the Union artillerymen. Oh, no. Poor Lennox. Sliced as he lifted up his arm to attack with the saber or possibly block. Somebody jumped in underneath him and sliced him through the belly. Very unfortunate. So let's see. Can Hinkle get back on a horse? He can. Hinkle is now horsebound. And here looks to be defensive areas of the Union troopers, as we're looking in the far distance as the Confederate State Cavalry have jumped on a bunch of 2nd Connecticut who are now doing their best to try and defend, but unfortunately were unsuccessful. And 6th Wisconsin capturing a cannonball as well. Oh dear. Very, very nasty indeed, as you've got these guys now lining up. The trouble is that kind of distance they can do with these rifles. So there's obviously Captain Genie. And we're looking to see what they're doing, as you know, you've also got a team moving up on the left-hand side. This is rather nasty for the Union troops. You've got a team getting ready to outflank them. So... Now, that looks like he's putting cartridges in, so I'm going to double-check my information. So, I know that kind of gun did exist earlier on, so it could be that they're now onto the cartridges, which will obviously make this a lot more efficient opportunity. Oh, cannons from Winters, taking out multiple members. Beautiful shot indeed. Now, this barn is the last stand, it looks to be, of the Union. 38 Union troopers around, and we're waiting for a moment. That was through the wall, apparently. So, here we go. Here comes the battle. Here come the Confederate State Army. And it's on, boys and girls. It's on. There we go. Oh, no. Hinkle gets murdered by Marshall. Oh, dear. Look at that. Lots of... Oh, no. Oh, dear. He's on the floor. Can he get up in time? He can. But he's got 2 men on him at the moment and then gets taken out by Cannonball. That's just taking a piss. So there we go. Looks like the Union barn has been cleared out. There are Confederate state troops everywhere. And the tents are even being taken down. A few men left standing in a tent. Poor old F. Sergeant Death there. Living up to his name. Let's see what's going on. Who is left? 7 Union troopers are remaining. There's 9th Indiana Colonel Voodoo. Oh, but he gets taken down quickly by Borowick. And the last members of the Union troopers, pretty much all over there. 1 Union trooper is remaining. Now, let's see. Let's see if we can find this poor old lonesome soul. Who is it who's left standing? Donald Duck. There is Donald Duck. The Union quacker himself. Come on, get over the fence, Donald. Good lad. So, Donald now has the entire Confederate State Army against him. There's no way he's going to get over that fence. Sorry, Donald. Run for it. Cheese it, mate. Cheese it. You've got enemy after you. Turn and shoot. So we'll just have to wait and see. So Donald Duck is now currently choosing it. I'm surprised he's not going to pause to get his bayonet out to deal with the oncoming cavalry. Behind you, Donald. Behind you. Behind you. How did he almost missed. Oh dear, that's not good. Donald's about to become Duck Feast. Oh, go. Where's your bayonet, Donald? Oh dear. Donald has well and truly been cooked. And we move on to the next round. So, final round and then the fun round. And we are at the Confederate State Army spawn. You can see everybody moving out. There's Che there, obviously, from Tennessee. And, let's see, General Janik. There's, of course, Captain Genie. Everybody getting themselves set up. There's Reznov.
For king and country.
I'm hearing flutage. Definite fifage occurring. Oh dear. So there we go. Howitzer combo. Oh dear. A little bit of a mix up on the cannons there. So we got a standard cannon moving one direction and a howitzer moving to the other. So let's see. Oh, look at these fine fellows. What is that? What is he doing? Cronkey causing problems. You can't get in a line with men with a horse, Cronkey. Oh, silly boy. Why don't they just move the line? How hard is it for them to move the line? Oh, dear. I think this is great. This is people being trolled by their own artillery. So there's a nice little line 3 here. There's all 14 and a couple of engineers. Herindale and Dams 14. So let's see. Bangers and mash from Indiana. Yay. Brigadier General Sarge, of course. For those of you saying, no, there should be no smoking on the battlefield. to be honest, considering that they're being shot at, I think smoking is the least of their worries. So Saul Ty is in there as well. And there, of course, is Second Lieutenant William. And Recruit Roberts. Yay. And Recruit 2 Seconds. So, have these guys actually got themselves sorted out yet? There we go. So they're finally making their way out with General Janek and, of course, Target Drone. I'm sorry, Nitech. So they're all now making their way out in the nice little Confederate State Army line. Major Davis also. As I pause to cough, apologies everybody. Now, unfortunately, somebody over here, Billy No Mates, has been left behind. So Dominatro 4 has been left behind, poor soul. So Jeannie's at the back, making sure that all the guys are working together as the cannons will be set up. And there we go, they've now moved into the run. Oh dear, Dominatro has just disconnected, so let's see. Here is the broken fence that Janet is going to lead everybody over, and let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on with the Union troopers. Right, so Colonel Voodoo from Indiana leading the lines into battle. Look at that, doesn't it look fantastic? A little bit of shoulder barging here and there. Who's that? It's Hinkle. Hinkle with his horn. Okay, probably less said about that the better, really. Let's see, over here. Colonel Lime leading the 11th New York. Watch out for moving bushes. Yeah, that, to be honest, if you want to see moving bushes, you're watching the wrong kind of video. Probably on the wrong website, but that's entirely up to you. Anyway, that's not a good place to stand by Monsieur Bacon. As he will be well and truly cooked, as you can see he has been recently, based on that slightly sunned look. So there we go, he's lining his high explosive parrot in the direction of the enemy, and off goes the cannon. So there is Hussein building up, and Bacon takes out First Lieutenant Winters, and you've got also more high explosive cannons on the side here, more parts of the parrot army, I suppose you could say. The parrot-based artillery. And look at this. Sammy and Wisconsin. Wonderful job being done by Hussein, the engineer of choice. And being guarded on the left side by the artillery, guarded on the right side by cannons, and of course those fine troopers from Wisconsin. So, looks like the Union cavalry is making its way out as we move in to find out what's going on. The trouble is that area on the left-hand side of the building, as you can see, not defended by a lot of people. Now, these... Well, to tell a lie, if this is Union troopers, then we're going to be alright. Yeah, these are Union troopers. So, oh dear, Brigadier Sergeant Pepper, Brigadier General Sergeant Pepper is dead as a doornail. So here's Musil there from Indiana. Now, you can see here, they're taking pot shots at the army here as it looks like the Confederate State Cavalry is having a little bit of a battle. So here we go. Look at this. Oh, good God, this is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic, huge line here from the Confederate State Army. Complete with Judas, who is, of course, the cannon sniper extraordinaire, making his way in to help. And so they're building up defences behind him. Oh! He is the luckiest man ever in the history of the universe. How he managed to miss all of those bullets is beyond me. But anyway, not a single shot hit. Lots of smoke. Complete and utter anticlimax. So those engineers better stay... There we go. So those engineers better stay down low, otherwise they will run into problems. Dinkler just being taken down. And let's see what's going on. 80 shots fired, 0 hits. Yep, welcome to the Union Army. Sorry, Confederate State Army, I should say. Normally, they're actually a lot better than this, but bear in mind, the opposing forces are not actually out in the field. They are behind these defensive areas. So, now, let's see what's going on. Now, these guys are being very patient. There's Recruit Roberts in with his howitzer. The Confederate State Army now moving out. Let's see what's going to happen. There we go. Looks like they're lining up for another mass line, and the fire goes out, and nobody dies. Oh, correction! A couple of the Confederate... There we go. They're now charging. We've got to get this an epic camera move. There we go. General Janik leading the Confederate State Army into battle. Mass charge, everybody, mass charge. Here they come, boys and girls. Remember when they reach the fence. Let's get down there. Look at this. Isn't this glorious? They are charging. The Confederate State Army... Oh, right through a horse. Confederate State Army is charging into battle. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Cannons are facing towards them. Will they have time to fire? Yes, they will. And Davout manages to capture a few people. He will not last long, as it looks like the 2nd Connecticut, they're going to have to move. There we go. They've got more defences in there as well. They're going to be firing back very quickly. It's going to turn into a complete massacre very quickly indeed. Confederate State Cavalry gets in there, going for slices. There we go. Lieutenant Roberts gets taken down. Oh dear, this is unfortunate. We're looking at 48 versus 42 at the moment. And Hinkle snuffs it. Wonderful. General Janik has just been shot as well. Look at this. Massive fights going on here between the Union troops and the Confederate State troops. So there's Flemmy in there as well. Looks like they're chasing after. They want those remaining members from Indiana. So there's Private Vince. Oh, gets his attack blocked. Look at this. Oh, another friend goes in and helps him out. Nice play there from Dutch Mengrel. Never mess with the Dutch. There's Luberkill in there from Louisiana. First Lieutenant Luberkill going in to stab and nearly stabbing the enemy. Or stabbing his teammate, I should say. Oh, this will be fun. So, let's just change that. Nation selection. Let's go Union. And let's go Specialist US Artillery. We're going to fight with a ramrod. So, that will be what's on for the fun round. Now, look at numbers. 21 versus 14. It's still a possibility for the Union to win this. And there's Nitek, who manages to have... How is that even possible? Who manages to have stolen a horse. Complete with an artillery train. Gotta say, that's quite impressive. So, we'll just have to wait and see. As we're now looking at Marius as they make their way out. And there, of course, is Nitek. Let's see. OMG potatoes, yay! Private Forest. Dizzy. Brigadier General Chinder. And General Martin. So these are the guys who are forming the final defence of the Union.
Move it! Move! Move! Charge!
So, and the question, why fight for the Union? Well, they have less players. So, it makes it fairer. We shall wait and see. So there's Chinder moving in past a very complicated tent, I have to say. There we go, the charge is going in. The fire is into the artillery section of the Confederate state. There's anger fists. Oh, lovely shot coming in there. And now they're being attacked by the remaining members of the Union troopers. Looks like they're going to retreat back. Oh no, somebody snuck in behind them. Who is this? Recruit Mancha. Nice play there by Recruit Mancha. Oh dear, not looking good for the Union. 4 left. Private Pickett's in with his extremely short sword. And how did they not manage to team kill Nitek? I really don't get that. Okay, never mind. So, 1 man left. It is, of course, Ben Starr. And there he is. And he has been slain. So, we're off into the fun round. It's ramrod time, boys and girls.
Charge! Move it! Move! Move! Stinking animals!
Okay, well, at the time, it had less players, but now the Union has more players. And even now the Confederate state has even less players. Oh, dear. Off we go.
Sir! Huzzah!
Leave me alone with your damn ramrod. Where'd that cannonball come from?
Ah! Sir! Sir!
Okay, I'm not standing around to watch this lot. Where is everyone? Aha, cavalry. Oh, brilliant. Oh dear. Oh, we got, oh, just gotta, there we go. Quick tea bag. There we go. Gotta be done. Oh dear. Couldn't have been better. Oh. If I get killed, they get demoted, which is great. Oh. Get him! Get him! Ramrod him! Ramrod him! Ram! Ram! Ramrod! And he's down. Fear the Ramrod army. Let's get up in the line. Thank you, Lennox, for the music. Ah, the Ramrod charge! Ramrod charge! Yay! Let's move out to the left. Hang on, who's firing? Oh, let's go in. Let's go in and help our teammates. Come here, you. Ah, more people. More people who need killing. Oh, he's blocked me. Ow! There we go. He got what he deserved. Get him. He's got to be running fast. Oh, he turns to fight. Look at this. Ramrod him. Ramrod him to death. What? Ah! Get off, Bacon. Damn that Bacon. Come here, you. How can I not kill him? We can't. We can't hit each other. How unfortunate. Oh well, let's go kill people. What was that gun? No, it's a ramrod. Okay. Oh, if we have team kill on, that's going to be it. Yes, I am recording, otherwise I wouldn't be here. God, I've got such an effeminate hairdo, I need to redo that. What is going on over here? Some kind of private ramrod party. Yay, we actually won a round. So you can see as it degenerates into complete silliness. So, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed yourself as much as the community and I did. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again for more North and South.